I think it's because I'm, like you were saying, now what day is it? I mean, I have remembered to shower, and
well,
I have
hey,
gotten
that's
around and doing stuff.
Yeah, that's a big part of it all.
But yeah, at the same time, I think I'm going to like it. I think it's going to be an annual tradition.
Well, do you think you would like it as well, though, if it was been like beautiful outside and just absolutely gorgeous? You know what I mean? Do you think it's because of the snow?
I think maybe it gives you the winter wonderland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe it is because of Winter Wonderland or something. I don't know. But yeah, so it's been relaxing. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And definitely, you know, I think that it's a good time to stay home and just enjoy. And, you know, we got, and I think the snow, you know, we actually got more than some of the, I mean, others, you know, the like even Alaska and stuff, you know what I mean, or whatever was warmer, I think, than some of our, or, you know what I mean, some of our temperatures were just kind of, we're not complaining, we're only explaining.
Right.
And you know, be careful what you ask for. We did ask for a white Christmas.
Yeah, and see, and that's what I was, like, a couple weeks ago, I was saying. I think we talked about it on here, actually, too, that I said, you know, I'll take white Christmas Eve, Christmas, the day after, and then the snow go away. And I think that's kind of what we're going to get. So let's be happy. It's a long time since we've had a white Christmas and all that. So.
It was beautiful. For sure. Yeah. Very cold, but beautiful. Made everybody run a little faster.
Yeah. Yes.
And, yeah. So hopefully no one got injured, though. Hopefully there was no injuries, you know what I mean, going down, you know. And Brad and I will we will laugh a little. We'll make sure you're okay, but then there might be a little laughter after.
There might be a little chuckle. Yeah.
So as far as Christmas, though, like as far as the food, what was the favorite food that you? I saw some cinnamon rolls that just. I wanted. You had three sitting there. I don't know. I was like, I took one. I'll take two. I'll take three of those.
Yeah. The cinnamon rolls were a hit.
Did you put the? Remember, I said use the heavy whipping cream, like you pour on top.
Well, actually, they're frozen.
Oh, yeah.
They come frozen.
Yeah.
And you don't have to let them rise. What you do is you put them in the pan, and they rise, and you turn the oven on, and by the time it gets up to temperature, they rise, and then they bake, and so it's all in one.
Well,
you don't have to do anything.
Right. Okay.
So that's good, but the icing was a combination of I did put a little bit of stuff in the bottom of the pan, so there was heavy whipping cream involved.
Ooh,
so,
okay, there you go.
So that's why the icing, if you notice, it was a little more translucent.
Yeah.
Because it was like old-fashioned.
But you know
sugar,
it absorbed into that.
Yeah, sugar, heavy whipping cream, a little bit of butter, and a little bit of vanilla. So did you eat it with
a fork? Did you pull it apart, or did you just pick it up and eat it? How did you? I want to know how did it go forward?
And then the sprinkles, the sprinkles.
Yes,
you know,
beautiful. How did you move forward with that cinnamon
I just picked it up. I'll be honest.
You know, I always try to like pull it apart a little bit because it's like you think it makes it last longer.
Yeah.
You know
so if you unroll it a little bit. So it gives you a long strip, and then you've got the center strip,
that center part, yes.
So,
and that's always, okay, so you know, you work around, you know, you pull it apart, and that center part, and that's always, as a mom, is when the girls would come up, can I have a bite? No. I worked so hard.
Where were you when this extra flap that I was trying to get rid of? You can have the cinnamon roll flap.
Yeah, it's just, it always happens. You know what I mean? Yeah, during the flapping time, there was nothing. But as soon as I got to that center, the place
because
that I
that's
had
like
worked,
the size of a mini cupcake. It's just tons of cinnamon.
And you wait for that moment. That's just like, that's the grand finale. You know what I mean? And then it's always, can I have a bite of that?
Yeah. No, you can't.
I
love you, however. This is a life lesson. Get here sooner.
Joey, don't share food.
Get here sooner, or the answer's no.
That's right.
But yeah, so those were probably one of my. But the ham for Christmas dinner was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I got a recipe for a new kind of glaze that has apple cider, brown sugar, orange juice. I mean, not a ton of those things, you know, and and butter.
Yeah. Lots of butter. Yeah. Can't go wrong with butter. Yeah.
So that was, and honey.
And honey. Oh yeah, there you go. Well,
so that was like really good.
That sounds really good.
Yeah. But the cinnamon rolls, I think, it's a new tradition. So I think, you always go, that's... And I'm telling you, you were absolutely right. There was a conversation in my household, Becky's right with the heavy whipping cream. Because I didn't use the icing. They're frozen, and you can get those. But I specifically did not use the icing. I did a heavy whipping cream version, and that's why. But the sausage, egg, and cheese muffins were good. I know that sounds strange, but
it sounds delicious. Any of that sounds great.
They were good with coffee and for breakfast. And,
Now I got some. It was funny because I got my ham, and it was funny because a lot of times traditionally, and I was raised like this. You put the pineapple on the ham. Okay.
Yes.
So one of my daughters was having this conversation, and we were somewhere, and we had ham, and she said, "Oh, I'm so thankful they didn't put that pineapple on there." And I thought, you've been raised with that pineapple on that ham. You know what I mean? I just thought,
might need to slow your roll.
I was like, okay. Yeah. So then I thought, okay. So then
I'm the same way. I mean,
my mom decorated it. You know what I mean? What's the little pepper or corn or no
cloves.
Cloves, yes.
Cloves, yes.
Yeah.
And you put the
pineapple, beautiful.
Yeah.
And or you put red cherry,
yes.
So pretty.
Yes.
Anyway, so I got the hint not to do the pineapple. But anyway, I don't think she realized what her conversation was.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was okay. I didn't say anything. So I thought I got to go a different route. So I actually found a real good glaze in a jar at Walmart, and I don't even remember. It was like it was burgundy, and it probably had a lot of.
Is it the one with the cherry in it too?
I think it did have all that. Yeah,
and so it's got brown sugar.
Yes,
and
did all that. Yes. Put that on there. And
there's honey in that too. Yeah. So that's a winner.
And all that good natural ingredients.
Yes. Well, this one was really interesting because it was liquidy, and you poured it between the slices. I'll be honest, I got a boneless ham that was pre-sliced, not all the way through, not a spiral cut, just sliced. And so you had to finish cutting it, but you put the glaze in between, and then you bake it. But at the end, you take some of the glaze where it's been baking, and then you add. That's when you add the honey to it.
Yeah.
And then you thicken that up, and then put it over there, and then put it under the broiler on low, so that kind of like caramelizes that, and it thickens that up. Yeah, that was really good.
Going down memory lane here.
All
right,
I love language. I love language.
I know. So, are you still eating leftovers?
No.
Okay.
No,
well,
we're done with
still
that.
Are.
Yeah.
Another day, we're hitting the leftovers. I had leftovers. I did. I know. I tried to.
I did too, but 16-year-old.
Oh yeah, you got a teenager there.
Yeah.
It's just like devouring.
Yeah. Yeah.
What am I saying?
We're down to the reserve Doritos at this point.
And ramen noodles.
Hey.
What happened?
I wanted a ham
sandwich
for breakfast. It's like
not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen. All right, we are Bradley. It is the 28th day of December, and I promise you, if you would have asked me what day today is, I would have had to go. Okay, 25th, 26th, 28th day. Today is Call a Friend Day. Yay!
Okay, absolutely.
Don't you love that? Whenever,
I do.
let's say, because you're busy a lot, and so am I, and it's hard actually when you get to actually get together to talk. But whenever someone just, like when they answer the phone, or when you answer the phone, or just you get to call a friend just for a few minutes just to touch base, isn't that nice?
Yes, it is. And I actually, on Christmas Eve, I had someone that from early in my Walmart career had run across something that they had seen some of the reports that were coming out of my Flex project that I was working on in Indy, and just out of the blue, called me up and said, "Hey, I just want to say Merry Christmas, and I saw the stuff you were doing, and it was pretty cool." So that's it.
Yeah, I love that.
And we caught up on some of the memories of early Walmart days and stuff. That's always good.
Oh, absolutely.
And those, I think, when they're just out of the blue like that, but in this day and age, everybody's so busy. It's hard to do that, and I think sometimes holidays is really the time that people get a minute to pause, and some don't.
Yeah.
I mean, like with you, with doing everything for your family and getting everything ready. I mean, your moment is after all the presents and the food and everybody's leaving. It's like that's my holiday, for you.
Funny.
And that's not a bad thing.
No.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I love every bit of it,
Yes,
and I want to do it next year.
Yes,
Ready,
you're
excited about it.
You're
Chomping at the
you're a
bit.
Christmas. Yeah.
But it's funny because there's a TikTok that the mom is standing in front of the Christmas tree and she said, "I'd like to thank me for you know what I mean," and she's like accepting an award, you know what I mean, and taking a bow, you know what I mean. It's true, you know, but you love it, and you wouldn't want anything different, you know what I mean. And we had some big there was, and I I tried to do the where I was really paying attention, and there were some really cool things that were said. That I hope I probably need to write it down because I don't ever want to forget it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just moments and things that were, you know, done and said that were just really, yeah. And there were some moments and things that I probably don't want to remember. When you talk to family.
I know. Moving on.
Moving on.
No, but you know, it's when that phone call out of the blue comes. It's always
it's fantastic. It is, yeah. And I you know, a lot of times don't get a time to call or to write, so I will call. You know what I mean? A lot of times, you know what I mean, pick up and call. So this is Call a Friend Day. I love that. Holy Innocents Day. It's actually known as Children's Mass. National Card Playing Day. I am so ready to play cards.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get any card playing?
Yes, I got some
Did
euchre
you?
On Friday night. Got some euchre in, and then there's this Christmas card game that's called Santa Elf Cookie something, you know, that you have these cards, and you got to guess. They deal the whole deck out, and you have to go in order. It's like Santa Elf Cookie something, but there's these extra cards like drums for like a little drummer boy, and you got a drum, and then but the last one to put their hand in has to take all the cards, so the first one out of cards wins.
Oh my
so
God.
There's a reindeer one where you got to do the reindeer antlers and then put your hands in, and then there's Silent Night where you got to go shh and then put your hand in. But
that's
like
adorable.
if you guess, like you have to go in order and you don't know what's on the card, but if you turn it over and it is that, like you say Santa, it's your turn to say Santa.
Yeah.
And then you turn it over, it is Santa, the last one, everybody's got to put their hand in if it's the right card. But if it's the wrong thing on there, you don't. That's pretty fun. But of course, euchre. I'm a big euchre fan.
Yeah. We were wanting to get euchre and we didn't get it in, and I'm sad about that. Yeah. But I like this. This. So did you make this up? I don't even know.
No, it's just a card game that someone had told me about, and then actually someone got it for me as a Christmas Christmas
cool.
gift.
That's cool.
And so decided to play it. So went to the neighbors, and we have not Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, but we have a tradition on the 23rd we go and we play cards and games and eat food and all that kind of stuff. So
and eat food. I love that. Right?
So, yeah.
Well, that sounds like fun, and I want to know more about that card game. Yeah.
Okay. I'll definitely get to the next.
So National Card Playing Day, National Chocolate Candy Day. Did you have any chocolate during?
Chocolate fudge. You know, Jeannie makes the.
Go, Jeannie. Yeah. Was it delicious?
Oh, yes.
Why do I even have to ask?
Yes.
Should I even have to ask that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and then, and I made some peppermint, which I think you saw those.
No.
I made the chocolate fudge peppermint cookies with the peppermint kisses.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong. What a nice.
Homemade chocolate fudge is that just says holidays to me,
microphone.
because that's just I've had that my whole life.
Absolutely, and you need to continue having it.
Yes.
National Download Day. Okay. National Short Film Day.
I like longer movies.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. Once I sit down and I'm ready for it, I want a little bit more.
Which I know that a lot of filmmakers start out with a shorter film and things like that, and there's some that are very good. Once I've sat down, I'm ready to have like 2.5 hours of entertainment just to disconnect.
Yeah, exactly. I think that sometimes Pixar will have little short films, and and those are kind of cute.
The Minion short films.
Yeah.
Before and after movies are pretty funny.
Can't go wrong with Minions.
I know. No. I want to come back as a Minion.
Please do.
I could rock the total blue overalls.
I love that.
Goggles.
Yeah, why not, right? National Pledge of Allegiance Day. Well, I saw the Whitney movie, Whitney Houston, which I absolutely am, loving. But Remember the white jumpsuit when she came out and did the Pledge of Allegiance at the Super Bowl? The best Super Bowl Pledge of Allegiance, or not Pledge of Allegiance, sorry, she did National Anthem. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was right there with you, though.
She did not do Pledge of Allegiance.
Right there.
No, I'm sorry, National Anthem. I'm sorry.
Best ever.
My hand, we were Pledge
Best
of Allegiance
ever.
Day. I told you. Bradley,
It's okay. But
okay, she did not do the Pledge of Allegiance. I Pledge of Allegiance. National, everybody's like, what? Somebody just drove off the road.
I know.
I'll get it together.
No, Bobby. I was supposed to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Yeah. But I want to tell you,
we rewrote history. You know what I mean? The talent and the voice range, and I mean, there's just nothing. You know what I mean?
Even I hate to say it this way because a lot of people didn't know it was the end, but even toward the end, when her voice was more mature, it's kind of like you think about like Rosemary Clooney. I know this is kind of a stretch, but Rosemary Clooney, that she had her voice, and as she aged, and it got richer and things like that. But just the true talent. And,
absolutely. And like pipes like none other.
Regardless of people's personal life, I am a huge Whitney fan just because of the sheer talent.
And
her determination.
So
you never know what someone's battles are. So.
Nope, exactly. And I think that and I think as far as there's so many songs that I love of hers. You know what I mean? So it was very good, very good. But it was it was the pledge, not the Pledge of Allegiance. Although I do like starting meetings off with the Pledge of Allegiance. Let me go back to the Pledge of Allegiance, not the National Anthem.
So I do have, you do. So I do have a random question. Well, it's not random because it's based on Whitney.
I like that.
I know you like country music.
Yeah.
So
I know which one you're gonna have.
Are you a fan of her version of "I Will Always Love You" or Dolly's version?
I know. Because I love Dolly.
And Dolly.
How could you not?
Dolly, she was happy because she wrote that song, so she made it.
Royalties. That's what she said. She said, "Let her just keep singing it." She's like, "Yeah." Someone asked her to let her debut. She's like, "No," because every time it's aired and played, I mean, there's a royalty there, definitely. I don't know what's yours. I don't know because I think it's.
I love Dolly.
Yeah.
They're so different.
Yeah.
But there's some. I think the thing with Whitney's version is it's almost haunting, especially at the beginning.
Yeah.
And so I think that's kind of cool. But she shows her range and everything in that.
If I'm not spoiling it, am I doing? I hope I'm not doing too much spoiler alert. If you may not seen the movie, grab your ears if you don't want to hear. But Kevin Costner wanted her to do Bodyguard.
Yeah.
So he said, we need like a song. We need like a song to people to remember this, or to just really the finale. So he sent this Dolly Parton, it was a country music song, to him, and she listened to it and she loved it. So then she put her spin on it and did it. And of course we know where it is today, you know. And but I thought that was cool because he actually is the one that found the song for her to sing. Did you know that? I did not.
I did know that.
I did not know that.
And I don't know if they talked about it, but did you know that she did it in one take?
No.
Once they got into the studio, because she had done all of her spin on it, and she had practiced, But when they got with the actual music, and she was in front of a microphone with the headphones on, she did it in one take.
Yeah.
Is that just?
It's just fantastic. Talent. So then I had to go and watch The Bodyguard afterward. It was airing too. It was fun.
Yeah. So, and I think if you think about things, though, it's not just when you're not prepared, and her success was so quick.
Yeah.
Even though she had successful people in her family and stuff, you think about any of us. I mean, how would we handle that? I mean, it's just you don't know who to trust. You don't know who to talk to. You're being pulled from a lot of ways, and you have this immense talent that you just want to get out there.
Yeah.
And you're adored suddenly, and nothing is a struggle, whereas it was before. I mean, it's just you just never know. There's a lot of people that are super talented like that, and their personal lives fall apart just because of all the chaos around them.
Yeah. Sure.
So
Yeah, and it kind of goes into some of that. You'll see, and I think that was kind of an eye opener too to remember. On a lot of your whenever they do the different artists and like kind of show their lifestyles,
Yeah.
And so.
So one of her last songs is "I Look to You."
Yeah.
That is almost.
Yeah.
That's my top 5 of all time of Whitney, just because of the way her voice was mature, and it just summed up her battles.
Yeah. Right.
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, me too. So anyway, so that was the whole conversation was her singing the national anthem in that white jumpsuit and during Super Bowl. Yeah, and it'd be forever. Okay, so there. Okay, let's talk shop for a second because we all want to know. So Walmart, what do we have on Christmas stuff? Are we like 50% off? And
we're down to 50%.
Off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
this is a good time to take advantage. I hope it all goes. I hope everybody takes advantage and gets. I know a lot of the
sell-through's going well, so that's very good. It's very good, and we just, we just want it to go.
I know, and that's right, and I think it is going because I think a lot of people. I know a lot of the, like the sets you get, like whenever they have like the cologne sets or the perfume sets or the different. You only usually get those around the holidays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is the time if you want any of them.
And you know how Mike King is. He wants to make friends. He'd
Oh.
rather be out in the community.
Yeah.
And people saving money than
Absolutely,
back
somebody
to the
using it than
recognition
just
thing.
sitting there. Yeah, get it out. Yeah,
just
right.
do that. But of course, we've got all of the preps for the holiday weekend coming up and game times. We're getting into playoffs soon and things like that, and we're still going strong. So we got everything you can do to celebrate. But yeah, we're I know this. It's funny because people are just like, I don't want to see the Valentine stuff yet, right?
Oh.
But for every person that says, I don't want to see the Valentine stuff, we've got people that are, as soon as this week hits, they're like, I got to get my Valentine stuff early.
Yeah.
And there's just those, that's
and every stores are doing it.
Yes.
They were doing it a couple weeks ago, too.
Yeah.
I'm saying, is it like, nobody can say something like, oh, Walmart's already got, well, everybody else is doing it, too. And it's for sale, and it's there. And, of course, we are the sweetheart station of the nation, born on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So Valentine's Day is very special.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think you just get in a better mood just always seeing the holiday coming in. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it's kind of fun.
Like,
yeah,
hey,
definitely. And it's the holiday of Cupid and love.
But yeah, we've got stuff. If you want to get it and put it, we've still got some stuff. Great deals to get it put up for next year, and just make sure that you mark everything and remember where you put it.
Wonder if Cupid's getting too old for the bow and arrow and needs a crossbow.
Well, probably.
Somebody needs to draw Cupid with a crossbow. You can't pull that back anymore.
Camo diaper.
Oh my gosh.
Crossbow.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I could see that. Now that shows love.
Yeah.
That would be.
Come on. In rural Indiana,
that's love.
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Well, let's see. So we have. Okay, so New Year's Eve is Saturday.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just going over everything.
Yeah.
Because
and we've got all the party supplies
I
for
know.
New Year's Eve.
You got to have the horns and the blowing and
all the bells and whistles, right?
Those little party
hats. And we've got, for those
hats.
that want to celebrate, we've got the non-alcoholic version of the drinks.
We call it the fake wine.
Yeah.
Well, and it was so funny because someone corrected me. Fake champagne, fake wine. You got it all,
Yeah.
And that stuff's good.
Oh, yeah.
There's like an apple. There's apple cider.
Yes.
Yeah,
so you can do New Year's up right.
Yeah, it's fun. You got little cups, little glasses and stuff. Yeah.
And we got all kinds of go back to the toys section and get board games and cards to ring in the New Year. There's a lot of that. That's a good New Year's party too.
Fun.
New Year's Eve party.
Yeah,
definitely. So
Definitely.
yeah.
And will you stay up and watch the ball drop? Do you think?
I probably will not.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to purposely call you.
Bradley!
What are
my
you doing?
intention is always good.
Yeah.
My intention is always good, but
you shall receive a call.
Yeah, my intention is
Wake
good.
up.
And the funny thing is, I make it till about 10:30,
Yeah.
and then I'm just like absolutely like. But one thing I did do last year is I set my alarm for 11:45, and I was back awake.
That's a good idea.
But,
That's a real good idea. Yeah.
So,
You got to see what Mariah Carey's doing. Mariah Carey's doing.
So we can
She's
put her
always
back
got-
on ice till December of next year.
Always got something.
Yeah.
I still have last year, I didn't see it this year, the Mariah Carey doll that Walmart carried. and I brought mine out. And I don't think one person in my household noticed that Mariah Carey was sitting there. I just would like, I need to take a poll, a family poll. Did anyone notice Mariah Carey sitting there with Christmas?
They were just mortified to have to watch another Mariah Carey special, right? No offense. You talk about talent. Talk about talent.
Beyond.
But,
you know what I mean?
But it's just...
You know, she is Christmas, you know.
I know.
She was right there with us.
Christmas bikini and a fur coat.
They know.
I mean, it's like, well, okay.
They just did not, they did not even, and then she got really blasted on on social media, actually, because during the parade, the Thanksgiving parade, she did the song, her famous Christmas song, but she had the teleprompter there with the words. And like people were really saying, why would you need that teleprompter? You know, it's your song, you're the Miss Christmas or whatever. But I want to say that if I was going out in front of all of those people, I would have everything. I would have all my bases loaded. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
I would have.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And I'm not even.
Yeah, and that's like in a lot of
I mean,
times,
just for some reason, if something was to distract you and you got the word, I mean, right?
You've been involved in presentations and everything to where you've got it memorized. You know exactly and how it's supposed to go, but in that moment, you never know all these eyes on you. I mean, So until you've performed at this parade, and then you can critique whether she needs that. Because me, I'm like you. I'd have it on cards. I'd have it in my ear. I would have somebody even saying it in my ear. I'm with you. Teleprompt everything.
Anything,
You know, that's just like the people that, you know, go out and sing the national anthem. And back to Whitney, you know, she didn't use anything, but there's a lot of people that I know that...
I think she did.
It was up on the ridge of the stadium.
It was.
But there's people that have gone out and just, like, sang the national anthem. Just, you know.
I have to say...
With no words going or anything like that.
I need the safety net. You know what I mean? Okay, let me go back. Okay, we're just gonna...
And let's be honest.
Okay.
She's made $96 million off that song. That was her first Christmas
Mariah,
song she ever wrote.
Yeah.
She's made $96
I'll be back
million.
To Mariah.
You know what? So
So
she's doing something right. So let her use a teleprompter.
Absolutely. At least she was doing it. If she was actually doing it live, you know what I mean? I would have it on tape. I'd be lip singing. I mean, sorry. You know what I'm saying? My lips would be cold.
I'd Milli Vanilli that thing all day long.
I can see my lips like shaking. You know, when I get so cold, you know what I mean, or purple or whatever. You know what I mean. I'm just saying.
And it affects your voice.
Well,
when
absolutely.
You're singing in cold
you think
air, breathing that
I can't
in.
perform in this stuff like this. I have to.
That's the fur coat.
Well, definitely.
But I mean, and here's the thing, though.
What's the thing, Brad?
A lot of people like to be the armchair quarterbacks, even with stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you go like,
okay, well,
when's the last time?
Yeah, I'm going to take you back. Okay, we're going to go back to high school. Okay, you and I. Just a few years ago. Okay, remember?
Like it was yesterday.
I know. Okay. And if anybody is listening to this and remembers this, you know, I mean, I'm sad that you would remember this, but okay. So years ago, when you tried out for cheerleader, okay, you didn't.
I didn't try out for cheerleader.
No,
when you
when
tried
I
out
tried.
for cheerleader, yes.
Let me clarify that. When I tried, when a person,
Yes.
When a person tried out for cheerleading, you had to go before the whole school.
Yeah.
We didn't like.
I
now,
remember that because
okay.
that'd be like, woo.
Yeah. Okay. Now they have judges. Like you do private tryouts.
Yeah.
Okay, in front of judges. But years ago, you had to try out in front of the whole school. So you're talking freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior.
Then everybody voted.
Everybody. So when you're a freshman and you go out and you're trying out for cheerleader, okay, and you stand out you go on the basketball court or the court, you know, and everybody's front, back, side. You got north, south, east, and west. The whole gym, you know what I mean, is filled up with people, and you have to do a cheer. Okay, so I'm setting the moment. Okay. So I worked on my cheer, had it down, just completely. You know what I mean? Knew it.
Ready to.
My family, my dog was even doing it. You know what I mean? The dog even was like, you know what I mean? Okay. So and then we used to do ready, okay. All right. So I go out there, and this is my freshman year. Now, and I don't know if you remember. I thank God you don't remember this moment. And I'm standing there, and all of, all of everybody's looking, and all I can do is ready, okay, and then I'm ready, okay, and it was not coming to me. I thought, I don't even know.
No, I don't remember that. And it's not funny, but it is
Oh, it's
funny
hilarious.
when you go.
Because I'm even doing the hand motions. Ready, okay. I kept thinking that if I said that, it would trigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would start the
Okay,
flow.
we're really ready to start now. Ready? Okay.
I wish if nowadays
Somebody
the fact
came
you
to
want.
though.
Well, okay, so my best friend Lisa was over there, and she did a motion. And she did my first motion, which, she'd seen it so many times.
Yeah,
She could
yeah.
do it. Just move over, Becky.
See, that, I want to tell you, that
Yeah.
Lisa's a good one. I'll
She's
tell you.
absolutely. So she did the hand motion to me.
She will bail her friends out.
Oh,
and
she had
strangers
my
out
back
in a heartbeat.
completely.
It's
So
heartbeat.
the arm went. Just go. I had a big arm movement.
Yeah.
Woo! Okay, got it. Okay, so then I did it. Okay, and I did the cheer. I did it spot on. Didn't fall. Didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Did some stunts. Even did it all.
Yeah, because you used to do all that stuff.
So
the extra.
I did the extra and did everything. And yes.
Yeah.
So and then I did get it, but it was, I could see that. I mean, like if I'd had a teleprompter.
Yeah. It would have been fine.
I wish nowadays, if now
So
that
the
you're older,
teleprompter would have said, "Ready, okay,
Okay.
big arm swing," right? Or had a stick person doing
oh
their
my
arm. Wouldn't that have been
goodness, that's
awesome?
hilarious. That would have
That
been
is
so
awesome.
cute. If it
That's
had the
awesome.
movements, my stick arms, that'd have been great.
Yeah.
Well,
But Lisa's never changed. She's still the same. She would bail
absolutely,
everybody out.
and I needed that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was so needed.
Yeah.
But what's funny though, or not funny, but as in, what if I had to do it now after you get older, you get a little bolder. I feel like Bob Seger, a whole lot bolder than I used to be.
Yeah.
Anyway, like I would have said, I just mean, are you guys really ready? I would have played it. I would have played it off while in my head I'm running through what in the world, what in the world. What the mama papa's my next move? You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that was my freshman career. Yeah. But it's all good. So yeah.
I'm telling you, the point to all that is whatever you got to do.
Gary,
works.
using that safety net, I'm all for a safety net. And a lot of you are like, when your dance recitals and stuff, you have your instructor out there doing stuff.
Yeah. Oh well, Sarah Miner used to lip sync the words as the choir was singing,
which we needed from time to time.
Yes.
Get it together.
Yes. That's true.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I mean, no, that's
So when they were coming after her on that,
yeah.
we don't need that. We need kindness.
I'd be
We
like,
need a lot of kindness.
I got 96 million. I can have you.
I'm not too worried about it. Just and Dolly Parton singing, Whitney Houston singing Dolly Parton songs. Whitney, or Dolly's not. Dolly's not.
No, she's
yeah.
got the money in the
I
bank.
did see an interview, and I thought this was cool, with Julia Roberts and Dolly. I guess it was whenever they did Still Magnolia, and it was hot when they were filming or something, and Julia said that, I'm paraphrasing here, that she was complaining because it was hot or just didn't want to, on set, and just kind of whatever. And
They were in the South.
yeah, and Dolly never complained, and Dolly said, for years I wanted to be famous and rich and do all this, so I don't ever complain. And it was an eye-opener for Julia Roberts to realize how blessed you are. You know what I mean?
Always appreciate your fame and what you're...
Yeah.
And if it's something that you really worked hard and wanted to do,
Yeah, and Dolly's like, I'm not going to complain about any of this, because this is what I wanted,
Yeah.
So, and I think...
we need more Dollys in the world. We really do.
I know.
I mean, we
and
really
you think
do.
about her coming
I mean,
back. I mean, like, she's come back like full
my
throttle.
gosh,
I mean, game on.
Yeah. So and that's that's kind of a good thing a reminder. It's like, well, you asked for this.
Yeah.
You wanted to be famous, so.
We asked for that snow for Christmas.
Well, I did. I didn't complain about it. I really
didn't either. No, I didn't either.
But I'm ready for it to go. I'll be honest.
You must go. You've done you served your purpose.
I've already ordered my floats for 2023. They'll be in the third week of January. So.
Oh, your pool floats.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you. I know. What's your theme? Last year was the flamingos. Are we bringing back the flamingos?
Well, the flamingos are staying. They will. They will stay because they're good. I added an orca, a killer whale, last year, So that's pretty good. But it's going to be a surprise.
Mm.
It's going to be a surprise. So just think, well, I'm doing a seahorse thing this year.
Oh, no. Now I'm totally, okay.
Yeah. So.
All right.
But there's one other one that's going to be a surprise. So.
Right. There will be photos.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah.
Well, now see, and then, very shortly, I know you and I know I will be receiving the seed catalogs.
Oh, no.
I'm waiting. I just go to the mailbox every day. When's my seed catalog coming? I said, and I ordered one years ago. I ordered like everything possible, and they sent me like seeds and twigs. I mean, like
yes,
a little bitty twig.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not that good. You know what I mean?
But you can be.
Oh.
Because when you get those this year, you just, we'll have the greenhouse will be up and running by March.
Well,
so
then, yeah.
So yeah, but it is funny when I saw that on Facebook, and I was just like, it is that time.
It is that time. Yeah, they'll start sending them. Yeah, I'll get. Yeah, so. And it always makes me. I always have to look through them and see all the beautiful. You know what I mean? But they show the maturity, like years maturity.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And then in your mind, when I first started, like I thought I would have that. You know what I mean? Oh, it's going to look like that. You know what I mean? And
the biggest disappointment that I had with ordering something like that I didn't think that I thought they would mature faster was those red hot pokers that look like the lilies, that look like the red and orange Christmas trees is what the flowers look like. And those they did not hit their stride until the third year, and I was like, really?
See, I almost give up with, I mean, if you're not...
Because I'm used to lilies. Like, the first year is kind of... then after that, they just go crazy.
Yeah, right. You got to really prove yourself.
Yeah, so these are like, I was getting a little antsy with that. But yeah. So I looked through all the seed catalogs, and I like all the new stuff.
Yeah. Well, you've got quite a little greenhouse and garden over there.
Got to make sure that we have that right type of cucumber.
Well, so. Yeah. Oh, and then speaking of that, right now, of course, this is like a time where I feel like, for those that have the day off, and I really appreciate you coming in. Thank you for that.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that it's also a time for kind of taking care of yourself, self-care. I like self-care, and I saw where you take cucumber and pineapple, and it's a good like detox.
Yeah,
just a real
good detox. Yeah, both of those together.
Yeah.
Are good.
Or that, or like like honey.
Yeah.
Like in your teas and honeys and ginger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all that good stuff, and cinnamon. I mean, just stuff like that. Just.
Yeah. So if you take pineapple juice and freeze it into ice cubes.
Oh.
And then take cucumber water and put cucumbers in it, and then put a couple of the pineapple ice cubes. So you may think, oh, that's going to taste weird, but the cucumber and pineapple together is really good, and as that melts, it makes a really good. That's a great detox.
That sounds wonderful. Yeah, and cucumber water is fantastic.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, you get your lemon and your lime, which I love, water.
Yeah.
But cucumber water is really good, and a lot of spas will have that.
Yes. Yeah.
And so like I have to make a self-home spa. Like you know what I mean, like make bring your spa
it's
home.
It's easy to do.
Yeah.
It's easy to do.
Yeah.
So,
they have all the different bath bombs and like.
But you know how I feel about I like
mask.
to go get a massage and stuff.
Yeah.
The cucumber water is like
It's
my favorite thing.
Brad,
sauna.
You can't bring
the
jug.
massage.
Brad, you
go
can't
into the sauna, and then you get out and you relax with a cucumber.
You can't bring the jug in here and fill it up, Bradley. Okay.
No, but I try. No, but yeah. So.
No, it is. And if you get a massage, it's important to drink plenty of water.
Yeah.
Drinking your water.
But also, which I didn't realize this, is cucumber water is good for inflammation. So drinking water reduces the amount of fluid that your body holds.
Right.
I mean, it sounds like it wouldn't, but it does. But cucumber water especially is good for inflammation, especially in your legs and feet.
A little fun fact there.
Yeah.
And I think like during the holidays, a lot of times, like I've hit a lot of sodas.
Oh.
You know what I mean? No, I mean like, right?
Yeah.
Do you? I mean,
oh,
right?
Yeah, that was my thing yesterday. I finally said, look, you know, just because I had 3 24-packs of something for the holidays,
yeah,
and people
exactly.
over there,
Yeah.
they didn't drink them, doesn't mean I've got to drink all.
Yeah, right. I know.
You know, yeah.
I know. I feel the same way. Yeah, that's exactly.
Eggnog
yeah.
and Coke Zero.
I had eggnog
That's
last
my
night.
choices.
I actually.
It's like, what is wrong with me?
No, that's exactly my. I've had that too. I drank the last of the eggnog last night, and it was just. It was just. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, till next year.
Yeah.
Goodbye. I mean,
well,
please don't cry.
Oh, I know. And
you're
coffee,
not what I need.
I've went crazy with but you know I'm an iced coffee guy, right?
Yeah.
So for Christmas, somebody gave me a very nice gift card to someplace for me to order. Which the kitchen remodel, you know, I ended up with the coffee bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh yeah.
The one that uses just the K-cups is great.
Yeah.
But I'm stepping it up a notch.
Ooh, what are you doing?
So I ordered
Where are we
one.
going
I ordered one that does espresso, that does iced coffee. It uses the K-cups. Also, it does the carafe, you know, where it does 8 cups of coffee. So if you have people over, everybody doesn't have to do the individual.
Yeah.
And it does the frothing on the side.
Oh, that's a whole game changer when you
does it all right there.
Oh.
And it was on a really good price, and I got a gift card for that specific thing. So it'll be in on the 4th.
Yay!
So that was like Merry Christmas to me. So
sure.
I am like, but I think it was funny because, you know, most people, I was looking up your reviews, and you know how you are about coffee. It's like, there's certain specific things that you want. Right?
Oh.
So you want something that'll make a cup of coffee that's black because you like your coffee black, and so. But there's some coffee makers that make black coffee with nothing in it. Tastes different than others. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I mean, it's
definitely.
just like, you know, and I'm not trying to get too technical with that, but there's a definite difference. You know,
absolutely.
The same brand of coffee.
Yeah.
Different coffee makers make it taste different, right?
Yeah.
So, but my important part was. I was looking at all the reviews to make sure that the iced coffee feature was...
Always read the reviews, yes.
And so, it was very important that, you know, the iced coffee feature.
Yeah.
Because some, they make it too watery. Some, it just doesn't work right. So, that was the important
So
thing.
how do you add the ice and then the coffee goes over? You just put the ice in the cup and then...
You put the ice in. It's got a special container, different from the carafe, or, you know, it's a stainless steel thing, and you fill the ice up to a certain level, and then the coffee just goes on top of it, and then then you add ice. You add ice into your cup, like, you know, when you go through the drive-thru somewhere and get iced coffee, but it brews it so it cools it down. So when you add it over the ice in your thing, and it gets it at the right, it's diluted the right amount. Because you actually use double the amount of coffee.
This is why we had to listen in chemistry, because this is the part
double the amount of coffee,
yeah.
Because when you brew it over ice, it dilutes it, right? But then it gets it to the right temperature that when you pour it over the ice in your cup, it stays, it doesn't melt the ice there, and it doesn't dilute it more. So you got the right amount of coffee in an iced coffee.
So then, if you want
science, I mean,
I know. No, I'm saying this is like really cool. So what about then, like if you want like a flavor, like a creamer and stuff, that put all that in there too?
You can make you can take flavored creamers and do the frothing mechanism and make flavored espressos, or you can put flavors in there, but you add the flavors after it's brewed before you put it in the ice. Okay. So if you want to sweeten it or put
they have all kinds of sweeteners. You know what I mean?
So
from the
which. I found a place before, because I knew this is what my goal was going to be. Because someone they gave me that gift a week before Christmas just to say, hey, you know, because I know, like, hey, Brad, I know where you work has sales on stuff like this, you know, on .com and stuff like that. But, which I found it on .com, but there's a lot of brands to go to. And anyway, but I found the flavors, so I got some cinnamon vanilla coffee flavoring that is amazing, just with a regular black coffee.
Yeah.
A little bit of that in there. It's amazing. And they're all sugar free.
Well, and they had salted caramel. They have, there's so many ways to play that.
So I got salted caramel, I got mocha, I got butter toffee, and I got cinnamon vanilla.
Yeah.
That's the 4 that I got.
See, I mean, yeah, isn't that delicious?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
good, so good.
Yeah. So anyway,
It's,
but yeah.
it's those little things like that, you know what I mean?
So I got. This
Well, I'm
Merry
anxious to
Christmas.
find out about
So,
this
yeah,
machine. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So,
Now, do you like the ice ever? Do you ever like blend it?
I do like to take. I do.
I want
I
to see your
do.
little machine do some blending over there.
Yeah, you have to use a blender, but I like to take iced coffee and then add ice cream to it, and then put it in a blender. And you have the ice and the ice cream. It's good. It makes a really good
Oh
smoothie.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Ice cream. I've never done that. Well, now I have seen where they took this is something, and you need to try it. You take butter
Mm-hmm.
and you put in your coffee,
I've seen that too.
and it's supposed to be like it's like keto thing,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But it's really be good. I don't think
Yeah.
butter's wrong on anything.
Yeah.
If butter's wrong, I don't want to be right.
Yes, I know. I buttered the things for my sloppy joes, the rolls for my sloppy joes last night.
Okay.
Buttered them,
Yeah.
browned them in the oven.
Yeah. Do you remember the scene? I'm trying to remember the movie where Meg Ryan takes the it's called, I don't know, Woman or Other Woman or something like that. But she takes a stick of butter and she takes it and dips it in the sugar and just starts eating it. It's so you know, I mean, it makes you just want to, you know, when you think about when you're baking a cake and all of a sudden like you taste it, like the
Sugar
spoon.
cookies are butter. You start with butter and sugar.
Yeah, I mean it just.
Yeah, I mean,
And
before
she
you add
dips it
anything
in that.
else,
She takes that stick and dips it in the sugar. You know.
that would be good.
Oh yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so but you should try a little bit of ice cream with your iced coffee.
I think I will. I think I like that. Yeah. Now, see, I have to do. Mine's not as fancy as that, but I have the frosting, like the frosting where you put it in and it like frosts it, which makes it really.
Yeah.
That's uptown. Like
Yes.
when I'm like when people are over. You know what I
Yes.
mean? No.
And I learned something researching.
Okay.
Speaking of, so this is Education Wednesday.
Yeah.
So
We're telling you everything we know.
when it comes to putting,
As good as
when
it
you
gets.
put the froth in on top of an espresso, so you see sometimes where they will have, like, you go places and you wonder why the froth is so much thicker, like at those
Yeah.
coffee shops,
Yeah.
right? Any coffee shop
Yeah.
that you go to. And then some at home, it turns out you can't repeat that.
Yeah, I can't get that froth.
The froth will not stay as tall if your coffee is, your beans is older. The older your coffee is, the froth reacts to something with the acidity in the beans, that it does not stay as tall. So, like, you think about the coffee shops and stuff, their stuff's always fresh because
Yeah,
they're
right.
selling so much
Yeah,
every
sure,
day, right?
sure.
And that's why it stays. So I thought that was interesting.
I did not know that.
Yes.
I've never heard that before.
And
I have noticed that sometimes
on an espresso, the darker it is not just necessarily the stronger. The darker it is fresher coffee is darker than older coffee. So the espresso will be lighter,
Okay.
and at the same ratios
Yeah.
of coffee grounds, it's lighter, and the froth won't stay as tall.
Now I thought that I don't know if this is right or not, but I thought the dark roast is not. I mean, like you think maybe that's more bold, but I don't know that it is. It was.
It is.
There's-
It
there's
depends on where the coffee comes from.
Okay.
So some of the dark roasts, you have to do them darker roasts because of the type of coffee beans, and they pick them greener.
Okay.
So,
I've been
but
picking only
but
the
in
finest
general,
beans.
yes, in general,
One
the
Valleys.
darker roasts are normally bolder,
Right.
but it just depends on where the beans are from.
Yeah.
Venezuelan beans are picked earlier than other countries. Chile.
So where's the best beans to get?
Just,
Depends on your coffee.
it's
Yeah.
how they handle them. It's how they roast them.
Yeah. Very
So, yeah.
interesting. I think we need to go take a tour.
Yes.
We need to.
Yes, we do. But anyway, so I just thought that was interesting, the information
Road
I was finding out researching.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, my iced coffee. My iced
Well-
coffee's got to be good. So, but I
Yeah.
just thought it was interesting to find that other stuff. So,
No, it is really interesting. And if you want the best cup of coffee, which we have done on Coffee Club, we found it,
Yeah.
you know,
yes.
and
Yes.
the world's best cup of coffee.
Yes.
And, you know, if you want that, you know, then it's important to
Yeah.
know. You got to know what you're dealing with.
Yeah. And even if it's how you like your coffee, like even with, it makes a difference on
Yeah.
if you're just going to drink your
Well,
coffee black.
I went, it was up north to this place, and it was like it wasn't a chain coffee shop. And anyway, and like everybody that I was with ordered like, you know, I sometimes like some of those things that they get like mocha latte, or I don't know, some of the different things. I mean, I'm not real.
Yeah.
Okay, so I said, you know, I think I've told this before, but I said I'll just take mine black, and they're like, oh, you want to know what our coffee tastes like? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like everybody else. I mean, you can take almost any
Yes.
coffee and sugar it up and fluff it up, and you got something.
You can make the most inexpensive coffee taste.
Yeah, because some of your
good.
chains, if you order black coffee, is not that.
No, it's what they do to them that has made them popular.
Bingo.
And to be big sellers.
Bingo.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you should always at home use fine ground coffee if you're gonna use use the reusable K cups.
Yeah.
Get the fine ground, and in a regular coffee pot, whatever brand of coffee pot that you have that just brews a pot of coffee, you want to use the fine ground even in your day-to-day life because it actually gives you more flavor of the coffee.
Wow. Coffee club to coffee talk.
Yeah. I never thought I would.
I know
this,
everything
like,
there is to know about
but
coffee.
I spent the last 10 days.
Yeah.
Researching this.
Years ago, before.
I want the perfect iced coffee.
No, it's important, right? No, I mean, if that's something that's important, you want to research it, right? Yeah. And you want to know. But I wanted years ago remember the bun coffee, the bun coffee pot.
Yep.
And it was like the best.
Oh yeah.
And now we've come, and I'm not saying bun is not good, but now we have so many other. I mean, like.
There's other things, yeah.
Yes, it has just really taken place, you know?
Yeah.
And it's amazing. And then if you get the industrial, I have that where, like now I'm down to just you just get one cup at a time. But I kind of wish I had some of that where I could have like a pot.
Yeah.
Because especially if you're having people over, everybody's waiting for that cup, you know what I mean?
Yes. And that's the thing is like,
of course, it kind
I
of
have
brings
the
everybody
same one
together.
as one cup. Yeah. So you're standing around.
Everybody's talking.
But I'm just like,
instead of the watering, what is it? The watering, what was it? The watering hole. What do they used to call that? The
water cooler.
Watering hole.
Went around the watering hole. That's the local bar. You got those two confused.
I've got to go to bed and I've got to have more coffee. Okay.
But yeah, so
watering. Anyway, the watering. Yeah. What did you say?
Watering cooler.
Cool.
Yeah.
That was not coming. Yeah. It was. I was thinking, and nothing was happening.
Go to the local watering hole. That's a little.
That's owner meaning.
But, and one thing too is you should make your coffee different, stronger in the morning than in the afternoon.
Oh, I'm out.
Stronger in the morning than in the afternoon because it keeps you from sleeping.
And I think that is, and then the French. If you go to, which I've never been, but like I've, had a daughter that was studying a lot about France, and I think they do like a sweeter coffee. Mm-hmm. Like, I think it's morning, right? Is that the way it is?
It's morning, yeah.
And then in the afternoon, they don't really drink coffee in the afternoon.
No, and if they do, it's like weak and like nothing.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I think then they switch maybe to tea, maybe. I don't know. Or they do?
They switch to tea later in the they're like the British, like at the 5 o'clock.
Okay.
They're on is tea.
Yeah.
They'll have like a lunchtime coffee that's basically really weak and.
Yeah, I think that her professor said that was kind of different, like the way Americans do coffee.
Well, and where we get into trouble here.
Where do we get in trouble?
Well, I mean, the thing with this, we're such a habit of having all that stuff in our coffees and everything.
Yeah.
So at nighttime, not only do we have all that caffeine, we've got all the sugar and all of that stuff too. Yeah. So
and it's so good.
But it tastes good. Yeah, absolutely.
I have to.
I'm not putting anything down the ball.
No. I have to say that's something that I'm really like, because I like a good cup of coffee, and I, and I, of course, with ball games, it works out okay.
Yeah.
But because these basketball games, but anyway, then that is late night when I'm drinking it, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
you just gotta, your body sometimes gets used to it. As far as if you don't drastically, if you have that 1 cup of coffee at night or whatever, your body's used to that.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple cups.
Yeah. I know.
You have all that.
I know.
Your body's used to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
My body is used to it. I know my body.
See, I'm an evening coffee drinker.
Yeah.
And I'm a little reversed. I like morning, but I'm
Yeah.
an evening coffee drinker.
Yeah.
And so.
That's because you're a social coffee drinker. Oh, do tell. Spill the tea. Oh, I mean, spill the coffee.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's hilarious.
That is right.
Yeah, I know it is right.
Yes,
I know
yes.
exactly. Yeah. Because I drink coffee when even no one's around. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Now, I will, in the summer, I'll drink my
when
iced
no one's
coffee
watching,
when no
I
one's
drink
around.
coffee, Brad.
Yeah. So,
But Brad, is anyone watching me?
yes,
Okay,
I know.
to.
Wait, I'm going to drink coffee. Yeah. No.
All eyes on me in the center of the ring.
So when I'm just hanging out by the pool by myself, iced coffee is my...
Oh, you can't
That
make
is me in the
Yeah.
afternoon, evening.
Yeah.
Morning time, I gotta have that soda.
Do you drink soda? Yeah, I know
Well,
you do.
I have a soda.
Yeah, you do.
But then in all transparency, I will then
Go to water.
I have, because I have that coffee maker in the
Oh,
office.
Yeah.
And then after about 9:30, then I've got coffee till lunch.
Yeah. It's whatever you get used to.
It's just
whatever your
your habit,
routine. Yeah.
So
I love that.
Yeah.
And some people say they wake up by water, like a big glass of water every morning
Yeah.
to drink. I really think
that's probably a good idea.
that would be a goal I would
Yeah.
love to hit, but I'm just not there yet.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I can get there, but I love the idea.
Yeah.
I think that's great. You know, the more water, Bradley, the better.
Yeah.
It's
I think,
hard to
though,
get it all
that
in.
if I'm going to do a hot beverage on the way to work, this time of year, it's chicken broth.
Oh.
Hot chicken broth.
I forget
Little
about
cayenne
that.
pepper.
That is so good. Yeah.
I can do that early on. I can do that before coffee early on, and then switch to coffee after about 9:30.
That's good. Did you see Maria Osmond, speaking of that, real quick, one more thing, for health?
Botox?
No, not that. No, I didn't see that. But where she takes a squirt of mustard every day, and she said that the mustard is health benefits.
Like just on a
Keeps her
teaspoon?
well. No, she just takes some of the mustard, like a mustard, and squirts it in her mouth. It showed her, and she said she does it every day, and the mustard seed, right, would have
Yeah.
good ailments. I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
So
It's interesting.
I don't know.
Well, it's working.
Yeah, she looks fantastic.
Oh my gosh, yes.
She's another one that
Yeah.
looks. She
Yeah.
just keeps getting better too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what she's doing, but whatever she's doing,
Yeah.
the mustard.
And I'm
is
joking
working.
about the Botox. I really am.
But the mustard is working. Okay, I
Yes.
don't know about anything about Botox,
Yeah.
but I know the mustard
Yes.
is working.
Yeah.
Trying the natural stuff, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it would have to have benefits.
Yeah.
And she probably uses like a natural mustard.
No, I think it was.
Oh, was it just regular yellow mustard? Okay.
Yeah, just yellow
There
mustard.
you
Not
go.
even spicy, Brad.
Okay.
No, I know.
Me and my spicy mustard.
Me too. Yeah.
Gotta,
I'm totally.
give me a hot dog with just spicy mustard.
Can't go wrong.
No,
I know.
no, that's love for you right there.
I know.
But that does sound. I don't know why, but somewhere in the back of my mind, I feel like I've heard that before about
Mustard. Yeah. So those are just like if anybody's doing self care, and this is a good time before the new year to kind of this week, if you're off or if you're still working, but when you come home, take some time for yourself, take some health.
Yes.
Your health
Yes.
and taking care of yourself is so important.
Oh, and for the new year, everybody kicks off, well, I want to lose weight, I want to do this, and I want to do that. So the thing is, with any type of, and any time of year that you start, when you want to do a little bit of self-health care and just start small.
Yeah.
And don't have
Make it
unrealistic
realistic, yeah.
expectations. And just start with little things,
Yeah.
and then they slowly add up. That's just, and, get that salt scrub or whatever for your face that you want, or that relaxation, or that,
Just laughing. Salt scrub. Or the mask or whatever, right? Yeah, all of that. Yeah. Every bit of that, Bradley.
Yeah.
So, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
I
yeah.
won't see you,
Doesn't seem
but I'm
like
going to call you.
2023.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
It'll take me a while to get that.
I'm going to make, my New Year's resolution this year is I'm
Ooh.
going to be awake.
Oh,
For
I love that.
2023.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to call you. I'm going to
Yeah.
watch me. You'll be asleep and you'll be calling me.
Yeah.
No, okay, that's awesome. Yeah. I think what you said it perfect. The start small.
And I think this year well, the pandemic started it, but I think I've really started to figure out the work-home balance. I think I'm pretty good in that area. There's a couple times though that I think, well, I'm like you. It's we have a hard time saying no when somebody asks. We have a hard time, and I always feel bad if I say, well, this year I want to say no a little bit more, but at the same time it's like, no, I really don't want to say no. But I would say just you should always figure out the home life work balance, and it's not selfish for you to feel that call. It's not, and a lot of people think it's not. You know. So get the salt scrub.
There we go. I love that. And the bubble bath.
And Botox.
Bubble bath. I'm thinking of self-care, honey, with tea.
I know. And I'm all about.
We're in a total different. Yeah,
no, it's
I'm
kind
trying to go
thing,
natural.
Someone said,
I mean,
I was in this group of people, and it was men and women, and the conversation was, would you have Botox if somebody like reputable gave it to you for free? And I was just shocked at all the people that said no. I'm just like, that's, and I don't mean shocked in a bad way. I'm just, I was just like, oh, okay, that's pretty good, because I was totally like my first answer was, well, yeah, absolutely.
Then everybody looks at you. Everybody looks at you like, what?
Vanity is a bad thing. Look at me. Do I look vain? No. But it was just interesting. This suddenly, people are just like, no, and then I'm thinking, is that really your answer?
That's it. Liars, pants on fire. There you go, Bradley. We said it. You should have shouted that. Yeah.
New Year's resolution should be honest about.
That's right. Let's be honest here.
But I think it's interesting.
The gravy, please. Ooh, it brings me to my knees. Six minutes after the hour, you're listening to the Best of Rick and Bubba show. We'll be back live January the 4th. Until then, we'll keep enjoying some of the better bits from the past. And how about this portion of the Rick and Bubba show is sponsored by MyPillow.com/Bubba. We've had a long relationship with MyPillow. They have great products. How about this? Right now, you can find the MyPillow Giza Dream Sheets as low as $29.98. Men's and women's My Sleepwear, Loungewear, 80% off. Down comforters and various other types of blankets are 50% off. Bath towels are also 50% off. How about the old My Slippers? Just $49.98. Yeah, that's a $90 savings. My sandals are as low as $19.98. There are so many other savings just waiting for you at MyPillow.com/Bubba. Great products start with a great company, and if you're like us, you try to do business with people that mean something. MyPillow.com/Bubba is the place to do that. And you'll also be making your life a lot more comfortable, too. Go today to MyPillow.com/Bubba for all of our special show savings, or you can find a link at rickandbubba.com under the sponsor.
Bubba, we love spelling bee humor. Now, I've never desired, nor have apparently any of my children have desired to win spelling bees. As a matter of fact, I don't understand my children. I don't even know how you describe this problem they have. They can learn spelling words for a spelling test, and then 2 days later, you ask them to write a sentence, and they'll misspell every word in it.
Right.
It's like they know how to do the test, but they are not retaining the word.
Spelling bees never fired me up.
Oh, gosh, spelling bees.
I don't know why.
I told you February, because it took me and half the class out. We kept leaving that R off right after that.
All right.
I would always miss the second word because I didn't want to continue.
First off, to me,
you want to go out first.
and I guess that's why I wasn't a good speller. But it's just pure memorization of a single language. That to me doesn't show any creativity. You know what I mean?
Is that why you do it then?
Well,
challenging enough to you?
No. I'm not saying not challenging.
Or consistency.
But it leads to a let's just say they had spelling bees back when Latin was the main language. You memorized the language, it died, so did you, nothing accomplished. I mean, it's just, it's just memorization of something that is going to fade away eventually.
You're talking about what's the use?
Yeah. I mean, if you develop something in science or arts, it may still be here. If you designed the Great Pyramid, we're still looking at it.
Right. How about
I mean,
and plus, with spell check now, why do you even need that?
Right. We have silly, why a computer can do it? It's just,
Well, it's just like the other night, my son was all bogged down with his math on word. I said, get a calculator, knock it out. What you do in the real world.
You know, and Rick, because I'm bad at it, and I do respect people who are good spellers because they are. It's a good memory. But, you know, seals memorize how to play horns. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean they can do anything that matters.
Right, yeah.
And now we're putting it on ESPN.
So you're likening a spelling bee champion to a seal blowing a horn.
You know,
I think he did just make that.
Yeah.
Well,
ESPN's covering the spelling bee, and it's no better than a seal blowing a horn.
Well,
it's just memorization. Look, and I'm not doubting that, but I'm saying it is what it is. It's just, and then they, you know, if you can't spell, oh, you're ignorant. Well, no, I just don't memorize stuff, but I could be thinking about other things.
Can I tell you
Rick,
that?
you got made fun of for not being able to
He
spell.
did, by the way, I can tell.
Oh no,
Still does.
I'm a terrible
Still
speller.
gets made fun of.
Terrible speller, bad typer. That's really a bad combination. Even
The,
spell check can't compete.
Let me tell you this. Of the two, watch a spelling bee, even with my children participating, or watching a seal home horns, I'm with the seal.
Oh, I love seal horns.
You throw in juggling balls, I'm with the seal.
The way they put it on
That
the
is
nose.
skill right there.
It is.
How about this? Anything with a seal on one.
I like seal shows.
I do too.
All right, here we
They're
go.
almost human.
So here's some kind of county spelling bee.
yes, and a kid is standing up top. He's at the microphone, and it's a county spelling bee. They're up on stage, and heron is the word. Heron, H-E-R-O-N.
The
yes.
bird, like
And he has a tough time.
Well, who wouldn't?
The great blue heron.
He eventually gets it though.
But I
I
love.
think he's got a future in politics.
Yeah, let me tell you why I love this kid. He reminds me of myself when I was in school because I was an excellent staller if I knew I was in trouble to try to think of what I was going to say.
Right.
And this guy knows he doesn't know the word, and he stalls for 2 minutes.
Yeah. Well, he claims he can't understand what she's saying.
I love it.
All right, here we go.
County spelling bee.
Heron.
May please speak the word?
Heron.
May please give the definition. Please give me the definition.
A wading bird that has a long neck and legs, a long tapering bill with a sharp point and sharp cutting edges.
All right, stop the
large
tape.
wings,
Stop the tape.
Here's the problem. I mean, what? They're not English.
Well,
No wonder he doesn't understand.
Bubba, here's my point. This is why all spelling bees have become predictable. Here we are once again. You get to the final rounds. The only people sitting there are Asian. Everyone is Asian.
I think he's Eskimo.
Really?
Okay.
Well, he should know what a heron is.
All right, go ahead.
May
Eskimo.
please speak the word?
Heron.
They're all Eskimo.
May you please use any sentence?
If Gail had not seen the heron fly down from the tree, she would have insisted that the huge bird nested on the ground.
May you please speak the word?
Heron.
I love this guy.
What's the word again?
Heron.
Harrowing?
Heron.
Harrow?
Heron.
Hairline?
Heron.
Curling?
Heron.
May you please speak the word?
Heron. Heron.
She's unshakable.
Herring?
Heron.
Herring?
Heron.
It's a big bird.
Harangue?
Heron.
Air one?
Heron.
Whatever.
Heroin? May you please speak the word?
Heron.
May you please give me the definition?
A wading bird that has a long neck and legs, a long tapering bill with a sharp point and sharp cutting edges.
Heron. H-E-R-O-N. Heron.
Well, how long did it take him to get
Wait a
that?
minute. The first time she said it, it didn't dawn on it.
She gave him that definition.
Oh, I like when he come back and repeat the word. He's throwing out examples.
Heron.
He didn't even
All right,
close.
do you think he was there by his friends as we would have done? I tell you what, if you don't get up there with Mrs. Taylor and keep asking her to repeat the word,
Hairline.
If he did, he's good.
I tell you what, he's a hero to his friends.
Yeah.
Of course, if he's that deep into the spelling bee, he probably didn't have many, but... Well, because you wouldn't spend a lot of time doing anything else.
He had that one
Yeah, all I'm saying
that
is...
smelt a little.
Because Well, he's the stinky kid's his friend, you know that. You ain't got to say everything that you think of.
RT.
You know the speller and the stinky kid hang out together. Oh, great, man. Even Eskimos, it ain't no different. They're just in a igloo.
Maybe you beat the word.
Hairline. See, he got ridiculous. Have you ever seen the movie Step Brothers and there's this job interview and this
Well, no,
lady's trying to give him her name's Pam? They go, Pan? Oh, I got P-A-N-D, Pan. No, it's Pam. And it goes on and on. That's what it reminds me of. It's okay.
Are they doing it on purpose?
No, they're just idiots that move their along.
Oh, are they? That's right up your alley.
Yeah. Having trouble picking a New Year's resolution, CarShield has you covered. This year, we don't have to worry about how much it's going to cost to fix our cars when they break down. Now, prices on just about everything are still rising, but we've locked in our price and it'll never go up. CarShield offers protection plans for around $100 a month that cover more parts than ever before, from alternators to the big ticket items like your transmission. Plus, when your car breaks down and you're stuck on the side of the road, you get coast-to-coast roadside assistance, courtesy towing, and rental car options at no extra cost, so you'll never be left hanging. Why wait any longer? This year, choose coverage through CarShield, a resolution you can easily keep. Go to carshield.com/Bubba or call 800-465-6550 to save 20% on your plan. That's carshield.com/Bubba, carshield.com/Bubba, or call 800-465-6550 to save 20%. Or rickandbubba.com for a link.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel vPro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
John, what are you doing? Get in my car. So why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They're draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do, because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Oh, wait. You're telling me you can pay cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PAID for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code PAID. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PAID for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PAID. Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care, and here's why. Not only is it open enrollment for a lot of people, it's also a time you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. And it's true, the typical family switching to MediShare saves $500 or more a month, which is obviously huge for a lot of people, but what's more, they like it. MediShare has double the customer satisfaction rate compared to health insurance. There are 400,000 members. They've shared over $4 billion in medical bills, and it really is a great community, too. People encourage and pray for each other. And here's the thing. If you join MediShare Complete right now, they'll waive your new member fees, and you'll save an additional 10% off all of 2023. That's right. No fee to join, 10% off every month of next year, but it's a very limited time offer. You have to sign up before December 31st. Great savings, great health care. Find out more. Call now. 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
If you like burritos, which you do because everyone does, you should try Taco Bell's Chipotle Ranch and Salsa Verde grilled chicken burritos. These masterpieces start with a warm flour tortilla that we stuff with grilled chicken. But the real stars here are the both sauces, Chipotle Ranch or Salsa Verde. In fact, the chicken is the stage upon which these sauces shine. Like this mic is a stage for me to spotlight my theatrical range. 2 chicken burritos, 2 bold flavors, $2 each. Order on the Taco Bell app. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only. Contact local store for prices, hours, and participation, which vary. Tax extra while specified.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
If you are 65 or older, watching your hard-earned dollars fly out the window on healthcare costs is so frustrating. But here's some great news. If you missed the December 7th deadline for open enrollment, it's not too late. Here's something that can really help. It's MediShare 65 Plus. MediShare is a community of Christians who share each other's healthcare bills, people who encourage and pray for each other too. MediShare 65 Plus is a low-cost option for those with Medicare Parts A and B, and it fills in the gaps where Medicare stops. It's a great way to fight inflation too. You can lock in one low monthly price for up to 10 years. Plus, it's easy. You can use any Medicare-approved doctor or get 24/7 telehealth access from the comfort of your home. So worth looking into. MediShare 65 Plus is open for enrollment, and if you join right now before January 31st, your second month will be free. So don't miss this chance. Call 844-SHARE-65. That's 844-SHARE-65. 844-SHARE-65.
As we know, has this injury that these recurring injuries involving nothing that's normal, of course. He continues to be injured by his dog pulling him on a skateboard. His dog pulled him on a skateboard. He's coming in here, our TV producer. He has sunglasses on. The cover. By the way, if you could stay with that, that would be
be
great.
You got a little Tom Cruise risky business going there.
Yeah.
There you go.
How's your recovery? But he looks really bad. You really banged your eye and head.
Yeah, take your glasses off for a minute, just so we can set the stage.
Look,
and then you go back.
Anybody eating? Does anybody want to eat
See if I can
later?
have
I believe it's getting worse.
I do
Does
too.
anybody want to sleep
It's getting
tonight?
yellow.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's the movie Walking Dead.
It's healing.
It's healing. That looks horrible.
I do look like a stinking zombie.
You look
Slash
very
a
good.
villain from
You know,
Batman.
The white
Yeah.
part of his eye is black.
Looks
Is
bad.
that,
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't
Yeah.
be. Sunglasses back on.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have a black eye so long,
Put it
I
back
should
on.
change my DJ name from DJ Chris Eagle to DJ Black Eye.
You got to stand up. Yeah. Good.
And talk like that.
Yeah. Right. That'd be perfect.
You'd say black eye.
Just to give listeners a recap, I was skateboarding with my dog. It was not my dog's
Ooh, I
fault.
got a
It
dog.
was my fault. I either run or skateboard
trick.
with my dog every single day of my life. It's
But you've been
when I have fun.
But
It's the
you-
only time in my life when fun occurs in my brain.
Wow. Have you ever stepped back and looked at that?
Yes. And so I'd actually, earlier in the day, that day when I wrecked, I'd worked out with Greg for the very first time at Over the Mountain CrossFit. So I do CrossFit for the very first time in a very long time.
Yeah.
I blew out my triceps. My triceps were useless for the rest of the day.
Ooh, I'd worked out so hard, but triceps hurt.
When I fell, I really wasn't going that fast. My front wheel just got stuck in a ditch.
Well,
like it
whatever
always
you were
happens.
doing, it was bad.
So when I fell, my triceps were completely useless. So I might as well have been just skateboarding in handcuffs. Because I fell, my hands did nothing, and my head just flapped.
Your head caught it. Not trying to be
Well,
mean,
pop,
but
pop.
when because you're not the biggest fellow in the world, Super Nat. You're not the biggest fellow in the world. Are you telling me that those tiny triceps have times when they are useful?
Look, y'all have seen.
Right.
Yeah, blew them out, Rick. Blew them out.
I've broken my wrists and all kinds of stuff. It's always my hands.
You
messed up.
realize
It's
if
never my
Kevin
face.
was Adrian Peterson, he'd be brought up on charges
Don't
again.
you blame this on Kevin? So,
No, I'm really not.
Not this, the dog, not the scared.
There's one of you two actually have the power to reason.
I really love this. You're singing Rich Homie Quan.
No, you're speaking my language. All right, so anyway, what happened this weekend when you were trying to,
So,
because you have to keep working with this look.
which is not a good look. Quasimodo, not a good look.
No.
So I show up. I actually DJ'd a former intern on the show here, Pugsley Panther. Y'all remember?
Got married.
Grant Thomas got married this weekend to
Well,
a
that was quick.
beautiful bride. Excellent wedding. It was out at Silver Lakes. Silver Lakes, Robert Trent Jones.
Not far from my house.
Close to Beautiful, beautiful course out there. Super nice people. A lot more country than I thought I was gonna be dealing with, but they were way nicer than any other course